Ricky Rudd now leads. Todd Bodine is second. Mark Martin is third. Jeff Gordon fourth. Ken Schrader fifth. Followed by Kevin Harvick, Sterling Marlin, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Bill Elliott, and Jimmy Spencer.
Go, go, go. Great flag.
Trying to get sixth from Kevin Harvick, while Harvick tries to get fifth from Ken Schrader.
And Harvick just drove up on the outside down in turn one. I've been noticing the last couple of races here that turn one at Pocono, the high line, the high groove is working pretty doggone well. And check Harvick out, still trying to get that spot.
See how loose the 36 car got in front of Dale Earnhardt?
Here comes Spencer into the mix. And Dale Jr.
Oh, he's loose.
Oh, Schrader, look out. They got 3 wide off the corner.
Played into the inside. 4 deep.
And
Still outside.
Remember that 93 car. Remember Dave Blaney, the garage here this morning? That was the talk. Said he is really, really fast.
He's got to squeeze into turn one. Elliott shoved up on the outside in the 9 car.
And Schrader has lost 6, 7 positions.
Jeff Gordon by Mark Martin to third. That looked like a wave by. Mark saw Gordon was faster, pulled over, waved him on through.
Across the short chute. This is a corner coming up that most teams work on. This flat corner where they get down to about 135 miles per hour. That time 136. You need to come off this corner to go down a 3,700-foot straightaway. Critical position on the racetrack.
Yeah, you're right. You really need the car to be a little bit looser there, because as soon as you start picking up the throttle, you need not to get off the throttle, or that's really going to hurt your straightaway speed. And the reason you get off the throttle is if the car was pushing up towards the wall and not turning.
Look at how quickly Gordon is closed in on Bodine and Rudd. A little farther back, Blaney picking up a spot. 8th position on Spencer. This is the race from 5th on back. Harvick in the 29, Dale Jr. in the 8th.
And Dale Jr. wants by. He's right on that back bumper. That's telling Kevin Harvick, look, man, I'm a little faster. Let me go. You're holding me up.
Spencer going to try the outside of Blaney.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Here goes Junior on the inside.
Harvick to block.
Blaney trying to go on the inside of all of them.
And Sterling Marlin. Second place. Jeff Gordon through. Now Rudd has already collected 5 bonus points toward the championship for leading the lap. Now Gordon can put some pressure on him to try and even that score.
Now this is the spot, the critical place on the racetrack. Who is best?
Like 24 car's a little bit better right there.
Just keep an eye on that temperature. Should be okay there.
Water temperature, always concerned. They want to put as much tape on the grill as they can, because air going through the grill to cool the water in the radiator slows the cars down. And Jeff Gordon likes this high line in 1 and 2. He likes that, and looks like he's going to take the lead, just like he did on Todd Bodine.
I can't do it. Gordon to the point. 3rd lead change. Matt Yoakum.
Alan, moments ago during that caution, Jeff Gordon reported in his water had climbed to about 230. Robbie Loomis said that's not too bad. During the next pit stop that we might pull some tape off the front to get a little more air in to cool off the water temperature. Jeff says the car is a little bit tight in all 3 corners, but turn 1's not too bad, he says.
Wichita Jones is back on pit road for the 3rd time while we stay under green, getting some more repairs made to his car.
See how Jeff comes off and lets that car drift up down in turn 1?
That's the interval from Jeff Gordon, the leader now, to Dale Jarrett, the man he's tied with in the championship. Gordon, the yellow dot on the graph, and Jarrett, the green one. Jarrett is running in 36th position, while Gordon is the leader. Jarrett's only picked up 3 spots since the restart. There's Dale. So he's just across turn 2, while Gordon's already off of turn 3. Front 4 have broken away from the rest of the field. Gordon, Rudd, Bodine, and Martin. 12 of 200 laps are complete as Gordon's crew chief, Robbie Loomis, looks on at Pocono. Back at Pocono Raceway, Jeff Gordon still leads the Pennsylvania 500 presented by Pep Boys. No change on the leaderboard. Ricky Rudd still about 5 car lengths behind Gordon. Here's our Craftsman Truck Series update. Next race for the trucks this coming week at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And what a championship fight they've got. Top 3 within 11 points as they head to Indy this week. NASCAR Busch Series update. Yesterday's race at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Jeff Purvis, driving for Richard Childress Racing, scored the win. Kevin Harvick from last to 3rd, protecting almost all of his championship lead as the Busch Series also gets set to head to Indianapolis Raceway Park this coming Saturday night. As far as his cross-country trip back to Pocono, Harvick running in 8th place right now in the early stages of the NASCAR Winston Cup race.
He's lost a couple of spots. Wally Dallenbach set his car up yesterday while he was in Pikes Peak, and we talked about just how much fun that was. And you're sitting there right now saying, man, I wish I was in that 29 car, aren't you?
Well, I hope he's having as much fun as I had yesterday. But really, the only problem we had with the car was over the tunnel turn. The car was very tight over there in turn 2. And early, that's what it looked like he was struggling with. But looked good that time.
It's been the last of the frequent flyer weeks in a while for Harvick as he attempts to run both the Winston Cup and Busch Series. Thursday, left his team's base in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, flying to Allentown, Pennsylvania, and then the drive up to the racetrack here in Long Pond, Pennsylvania. After qualifying here Friday, hopped the helicopter to Allentown, the plane to Colorado Springs, drive down to the racetrack at Pikes Peak in Fountain, Colorado, up to 3,600 miles, then reverse that trip to come back to Pocono for the race here this weekend. 4,115 miles without any of the 500 he'll drive in a race car today or 250 he did yesterday.
And he doesn't get frequent flyer miles either.
Yeah, but you know what? Those private jets are pretty cool.
They are.
I think I'd give up the frequent flyer miles for one of those too. Harvick fighting Bill Elliott in the 9. And also the 40 car of Sterling Marlin. A couple of Dodges running right there. And boy, have they been in the news the last couple of days here at Pocono.
New rule change announced on Friday. They're going to allow the Dodges to kick the nose of their cars out on the very bottom of the bumper 2 inches. Trying to get that nose out so they can get some more air on it and create downforce for the Dodges. They feel like that they just aren't racing as well as they're able to qualify and practice, and that would help them. The rule change goes into effect for the Brickyard 400.
And none of the Ford teams or Pontiac teams, or for that matter, Chevy teams, were very happy to hear about that change. Marty.
And guys, as soon as the rule change came out, there was a big panic to find wind tunnel time, as you might imagine. Dodge themselves, the manufacturer, booked Tuesday at Lockheed Wind Tunnel in Atlanta. They're going to try to shuttle as many teams in and out as they can. One team that will definitely be there is Sterling Marlin's team. They want to take the car that they're running here this weekend, put the new nose on it tomorrow, test it in the wind tunnel on Tuesday, set it up at the shop Wednesday to go to Indianapolis for Thursday. They have a busy week planned for Sterling Marlin's teams, and a lot of these Dodge teams desperately trying to get to the wind tunnel to find out how much this 2 inches will help.
Pressure beginning to build on the Dodge teams. Here we are halfway through the season. They won the pole first time out of the box for the Daytona 500 in February, but nobody's won a race yet. Pressure starting to build?
I would think so. Again, we'll just have to see how they do today, and if they're competitive today, which the 93 car they're talking about is very competitive, if they're able to do that and go to Brickyard, they would have a real good chance of winning the race.